Thank you very much. Elite is a title that you have to earn every single day. And this is something that I forgot a few years back. And I was sitting with my partners in Delano's, used to be a pizza joint in downtown Minneapolis, and we were lamenting the woes of the past few months. See, we were a small consulting firm and we were growing, but we were starting to have issues. We were having project delivery issues, quality issues. We had a few people leave that were key resources, and we all just kind of felt like we had to be part of every project to make it successful. And we were lamenting very loud that night, I guess, because as a lady left the restaurant, she stopped at our table and looked at us and said, "Boys, I sure hope you can figure things out tonight." Well, we didn't figure things out that night, but she did get me thinking. And I started to realize that we were complaining about the wrong people. You see, it wasn't our team's fault that they weren't doing what we expected. It was our fault. It was my fault. And what really stung to me was that I knew the answer. I had a chance to live that answer. Many years before that, and we're not going to talk about how many more years it was, I was lucky enough to be part of the 2nd Ranger Battalion. And I got to learn there what being elite means and what it takes to maintain that. On my 2nd day there, I got to be part of a nighttime airfield seizure mission, which basically means Rangers were jumping out of planes, seizing an airfield, clearing the runway of obstacles, coordinate with the Air Force to land cargo planes so they could bring jeeps and helicopters out. And that whole time, in the middle of the night, all this happened, and there wasn't some commander in the middle of the field screaming orders and saying who should go where and who should do what. It was 600 Rangers knowing what they were supposed to do and why they were supposed to do it, so that when they ran into obstacles or issues they hadn't planned for, they knew how to handle them. You could see they were looking out for each other. They wanted to make sure they knew where everybody was. They wanted to make sure that everybody was safe and healthy, but they also wanted to make sure that everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing at the same time. And then on top of all that, the unit I was with got told that some bad guys were running away from the airfield and they had to take those helicopters to chase them down. And so by the time it took the helicopters to fly across the airfield to where we were, they had created a whole brand new plan, and 40 Rangers knew exactly what they were going to do the rest of that night to accomplish it. And these helicopters that we had, they were called Little Birds, and they're, as you can see, little. And to fly in them, you have to sit on the bench on the outside. And so as this helicopter lands, one of my squad leaders looks at me and he goes, "Hey, sir, you should take the front so you can see the mission unfold." And I was like, well, being a big idiot, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great." And so I pop up in front, and as soon as we got going about 80 miles an hour in the Washington April air, I realized he didn't care if I saw the mission unfold. He just wanted me to be his windbreak. But when I turned around and saw him laughing, what unfolded that whole night, I knew this was the type of team I wanted to be a part of. It was the type of organization I wanted to be included in. And so what I want to walk you through today is the steps we took to recover from our Delano's moment and start creating our own elite teams in our small software company.